New patch. They're so bad. I mean, they're not the greatest. I can't lie. From what I've read, they're not the greatest. But we're going to go over them. I'll give my thoughts. I'll give my takes. So Angela got a buff to her axes where she now gets 40 bonus health instead of 30 bonus health per swing. Actually, per enemy hit, sorry. And then for allies, it's plus 5. So instead of 15, it's now 20. Nice buff that doesn't break the character. I actually do like this buff. Angela's in a really good spot right now, so I think buffing the axes was the right call. I don't think this was a bad change at all. Now, Venom. They made it so that Venom's ultimate ability now applies a 30% healing reductions to enemies hit, lasting 4 seconds. What the fuck were they thinking? Why would they buff Venom? He's already the best tank in the game, and it's not even close. He already had a counter to support ults. You could one-shot through support ults. So why did Venom need to get this buff? I don't understand. I really don't understand. What was the thought process? You'll be slowed with a healing reduction? Yeah, and you'll get one shot. So it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Basically, the healing reduction makes it so that your teammates can kill after you hit them with your ult if you fuck up the combo. So if your combo messes up, they can still die regardless. So basically the skill is getting lowered for that. And I don't know why they didn't. Also, you could just use it outside of killing through support ult and they just die because they can't get healed up. So, interesting change. I was gonna add something onto that I thought of. Fuck. Oh yeah, the Rocket. So, I already read through this, right? Rocket got a buff to his ult. So his ult does 25% damage boost as opposed to 40%. This is also just a Venom buff. Like, they literally buff Venom twice. This is a Venom buff. This ult buff now. It's just a buff to Venom. Trust me on this. So Venom is even more OP than he was before, and he's already the best tank in the game. So, I guess next season's a Venom season. Okay, Blade, the Daywalker gets a slight boost. Increased Daywalker dash secondary attack range from 4.5 to 6.5 meters. That's big. That's actually big. Yo, that one, Mac, thanks for the sub, man. Thank you. So this is kind of big. It makes it so that you can hit your dash attack more consistently. And then they made it so increase the duration of each slash speed attack gained by blood duration. Okay, so its attack speed is faster also, I think. And then landing all 4 hits of Whirlwind Slash grants 1 slash speed stack. So if you land every single like spin attack, it gives you an extra stack on top of that, so you build up your stacks faster. So now Blade is actually going to be nicer to play with the sword. It doesn't really make him stronger by numbers, but he'll feel better to play and he'll feel more consistent when you're using the sword. It's going to feel like it's more of a quality of life thing for Blade, because the character's already really good. He's already really good, but this kind of makes him just feel better to use. Hela. Reduce Astral Flock startup cast time. After casting, Hela gains 25 bonus HP. Now, I saw people freaking out about this online. I think this is whatever. Hela's bird was already kind of dog shit, and Hela isn't really that good. She's kind of overrated by most people, and this kind of makes it so she can survive better. This is fine to me. I think this is a whatever thing. Now, this will suck for like Spider-Man, like characters like divers, but for most people, this is like a whatever buff. It's kind of like the Star-Lord buff. It just makes him a bit more viable, you know. I think it's fine. Although I do think the devs are giving characters too much CC on tons of cooldowns, and they're giving characters too much bonus health on cooldowns. They're just, like, if a character's not performing well, they'll either give them CC lockout on an ability, or they'll give them bonus health on an ability, instead of just, like, fixing the actual issues with the character, you know? They're basically just, instead of making what they do better, they're making what they do terrible better. So they're just, like, buffing their weaknesses, which I don't get. Keep the weaknesses there. That's what creates character identity. But if you buff their strengths, that also keeps the character identity without removing it. Now, I don't know why they're doing that, but I guess they have, like, they have, like, a design philosophy that we don't quite understand. Right. Human Torch. Reduce fire cluster hit damage per projectile from 5.5 to 5. That's a big nerf. That's a really big nerf. That's on his shotgun, by the way. So now the shotgun is a lot worse. That's a lot worse. Fire cluster now has a 0.5 second delay before ammo begins to replenish. Now, I think that's a nerf to his tech. I think that's a nerf to his shoot melee tech. If anyone's not familiar, you could do a shoot melee tech where you could shoot, fly fast, and keep infinite ammo and torch. Now, that basically means that when he does that, he's still losing ammo. So they actually nerfed the tech. You can still use the tech, which I like that they kept in, but the tech will make it so that you're losing ammo as you're doing it, which is great. During Plasma Body, reduce the movement speed by 50. That's a sizable nerf also. Damn. Okay, Torch might not be a ban. Torch might finally not be a ban. Maybe you only ban Torch if they have a Torch player. Finally. We'll have to see though. We'll have to see. I'm calling it next season. The bans are ban all the fucking triple supports. Everyone in the lobby must type in chat which triple support you're banning, so you can communicate and get them all banned out. And then you'll have a fun game of Rivals. Every comp game. There you go. Iron Fist is getting -1 damage on his Yat-Ji Kun Quint. What is this? I can never understand Iron Fist balance changes because of the fucking names for the attacks. What is this? This is M1? Yeah, but is it like the power attack, or is it just the normal punches? Just his normal attacks? Is there the damage after the block? After the block. So the fast punches. It's the fast punches. Okay. So his fast punches got -1 damage, but increased the percentage damage from by a good yeah, okay. So he's more of a tank buster again. I can't lie, chat. I don't like Iron Fist being made into a tank buster. I think Iron Fist should be able to, like, kill squishies. I think Iron Fist in Season 0 was, like, better. I liked Iron Fist being able to, like, go on their backline and kill things. It's cooler. Iron Fist just, like, punching tanks is kind of lame. Like, we have Wolverine for that. Why do we need Iron Fist to do the same thing? I genuinely do think that they should just make it so that he kills squishies. Make it so he's shit against tanks, honestly. Okay. This is going back to my old point with the Mr. Fantastic change. After successfully pulling an enemy with his distended grip, which is his right click where he pulls you in, the target is now afflicted with a 1 second immobilize effect. So what that means, I think, is that you can't use movement abilities after he grabs you. So Strange Flight, dashes, some ultimates aren't usable when he does this. So if you get grabbed in, you can be kind of cooked. Yeah, like Bucky. It's like the Bucky punch, I'm pretty sure. Same thing. That's a nice buff for Fantastic, but it doesn't really address the core issue of Mr. Fantastic, which is, number one, his ultimate is dog shit and it has no utility. Number two, his big mode will get you killed most of the time, and you just have to deactivate it straight away because the big mode is just useless. It's just useless. There's no point in going into big mode at all. So they need to address those two issues with the character's kit, because right now the whole gimmick of Mr. Fantastic is not even usable. Like, the whole gaining elasticity and then going into the big mode is terrible. It's not even good. Okay, Phoenix. Jean Grey burst potential has been toned down. Melee attacks no longer stack sparks. Yes. She's not a melee character anymore. She's not a melee character, a range character, a fucking AoE character, a hit scan character, a fucking character with the most powerful ult in the game, 275 HP plus self-healing, all this bullshit. Now you can actually kill her if you get close. That's what we needed. Now if you get close to this fucking dogshit hero, you can actually kill her. Thank God. Honestly, I don't even think this is enough. I think this character is still too OP. Why the fuck does she have 275 HP plus self-healing? Why does she have both? Why? Why does, when she comes out of ult, she's immortal and she gets self-healed to full HP? Why? Why does she have that? It doesn't make sense. I don't understand. Primary weapon ammo no longer replenishes when using the flight. Good. Now added 1 second cooldown to her flight. Chat, what was I saying? What was I saying for so long? What have I been saying on this stream for the entire season? Just add 1 second to the fucking flight and they did it. Thank God, man. Thank God. That was the easiest fix to the tech. Easiest fix, just add 1 second. Thank God. Fuck Jean Grey, bro. Fuck that hero. Okay, this one's weird. I can't lie, this one's weird as fuck. I don't know why they did this. Why did they do this? Let's get into it. Fuck it. Let's just get into it. Okay. Sai's ultimate ability now slightly more float and more sting. Okay. Reduce self-slowing rate during her ult from 30 to 15%. So now Psylocke's ult is even harder to escape. And now is it not only even harder to escape, it still has the bullshit tracking where even if you leave the circle, she can follow you and kill you. So now, if you're caught inside, you're basically dead no matter what. Unless you have a support ult. You're instantly dead. You're actually dead. Now the strikes deal 170 damage per hit as opposed to 150 damage. As if being able to two-shot 300 HP heroes wasn't enough. As if being able to two-shot a Punisher wasn't enough. They had to add the 170, so now she can one-shot, what is it, 340 damage per 2 hits? That's insane. That's insane. She just actually melts you. She just melts you now. She's going to kill even quicker through support ult. She's so... Yeah, you're right. I think Sai can actually kill through Luna ult if Luna's, like, isolated. If Luna's isolated, Psylocke can just insta-kill her. And, like, maybe Cloak and Dagger as well. The slow is reduced, not buffed. No, you guys are reading it wrong. The self slow rate. So how fast she moves while she's in the ult has been reduced. She never gives or never gave people slow in the ult. It's the self-slowing rate. So when she's moving around in ult, she's faster. Yeah, Ono is right. Ono is absolutely right, my friend. It's going to be scary to get away from that. I thought that Psylocke was in a really good spot since they nerfed their last patch. I thought Psylocke was in the perfect spot and that all the OP DPS should be put around that spot that Psylocke was currently in. I don't know why they buffed her again. What was the point? She was already in the perfect spot. She didn't need anything. She was actually perfectly balanced now. But now she's like getting buffed. I don't know why. Why did they feel the need to buff these characters up? It's like the devs play favourites. They really do play favourites. With Bucky, Psylocke, they play favourites with like Hela, Torch, Phoenix. They play favourites with Magneto. They play favourites with like Emma. And now Venom, it seems. Poke is their favourite. And Namor. I forgot about Namor. They play favourites with Namor. 100%. And Jeff. Yes, you're right. Increase the energy cost of Cloak and Dagger ult. Okay, I'm completely fine with this change, but honestly, I think Cloak and Dagger was perfectly fine. I don't think she was even top 5 supports. I don't know why they nerf Cloak. But I don't really care, personally. But I think they didn't need to do that. Okay, this is a great buff. Or nerf, sorry. This is a great nerf to Jeff. This is an absolutely great nerf to Jeff. But it's not enough. It's not enough. And I saw people crying that Jeff is getting nerfed. They said, oh, us Jeff mains, we finally get a buff, and now they're nerfing us into the ground because they took 20% off our fucking bullshit passive. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Your unkillable fucking disgusting hero might actually be able to get killed sometimes. Sometimes. Now, what does this mean? It means that Hawkeye can kill Jeff. Wow. What a great change. What a great change. Hawkeye, that character's getting played a lot right now. Hawkeye's getting played a shit ton right now. Like, every game Hawkeye, Hawkeye, Hawkeye. I'm sure people are going to play Hawkeye for the Jeff. 100%. Nah, I mean, maybe Hela can kill her the Jeff faster. Maybe Namor can kill him faster. But Namor was already kind of dealing with Jeff fine anyway. The problem is, like, you don't really get the opportunity to headshot Jeff. Like, a good Jeff won't even give you the fucking chance to headshot this hero. So, like, it's not even going to change much. But I guess, like, all the shit Jeff players will die more, which is good. It's great. But the good Jeffs, they're still going to be, like, unkillable. So the hero's still, like, AIDS. Completely. Moving on. Rocket. Increased damage boost granted by Rocket's ult from 25% to 40%. I think this is a good buff. A lot of people might say, I don't like this buff, but hear me out. Why the fuck does Luna Snow grant 50% damage boost on an ult that mass heals everyone and is nigh impossible to kill, whereas a stationary ult that has 1000 HP and only grants bonus health doesn't heal, and the whole utility is the fact that it gives you damage boost, gave you half of what Luna gave you? Why did it give half of what Luna gave when Rocket's ult's identity is damage boost? Why? Now, this is a great buff. It should have been like this the whole time. I don't know why they nerfed it when they gave it the bonus health. I'm glad that they gave it the 40%. Thank God. Thank God. Good buff. W change. W. Right. Ultron nerf. Reduce imperative. I think that's his drone. Patch healing amount from 35 to 30. And healing bonus to the followed ally from 10 to 5. Pretty sizable nerf. Pretty sizable. It means like anyone with Ultron drone is going to be more killable, which is great because he just sits on like a squishy and they don't die. Like, sit it on a flyer, the flyer is actually unkillable. Great. Absolutely great. Increase the energy cost of Rage of Ultron, his ult. W change. The ult was way too cheap for how easy it was to farm. So this is great. This is great. I'm really disappointed that Adam Warlock hasn't been addressed, because he is also really strong in the triple support meta. I'm really sad that Mantis wasn't talked about either in this patch. Why was Mantis untouched? The hero is extremely broken. Extremely broken. Jeff was not nerfed nearly enough at all. And Cloak and Dagger was nerfed for no reason. Psylocke was buffed for no reason. But honestly, overall, W patch. I'm really happy with the patch. I think the patch is good. It's a good patch. I think they're moving in the right direction, but the Venom change is really questionable. The Psylocke change, really questionable. I don't know why they're doing that. So I think Venom Psylocke is going to be more prevalent next meta. Venom dive with anyone is going to be really strong. But I think overall the patch is pretty good. Torch and Phoenix being nerfed, great. Ultron and Jeff being nerfed, fantastic. I think it's honestly one of the better patches they've done. 100% is one of the better patches they've done. I don't think there's any argument against that because we've had some really bad patches. Like last season's patch. Last season's patch was probably the worst patch in the game's history. I would easily say. So overall, I'm mostly happy. I'm gonna give it a B plus. This is a B plus in the patch. Kind of good job, NetEase. Well done. You done some good work here. Some good work, but some questionable shit. But honestly, overall, not that bad. So well done, NetEase. Okay, we're gonna play it.